Welcome to Finder Tech Lab. This is a free course. To the YouTube algorithm, please comment, like, share, and subscribe the channel in helping to create more videos. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the training. Let's dive into the lesson. Now, using Windows accessories. Windows accessories is one of the things that we talked about earlier, and we are going to learn how to use the calculator, and then also using our keyboard when our physical keyboard is not functioning. That's some of the things I want us to talk about. Then we'll continue with how to use Windows account settings, where you setting the names of your the computer, change the password and the profile pictures. Then how to set our date and time, then changing our screensavers and the desktop background. These are the things that we'll be going through this tutorial. So now quickly let's go to our start and we look for the scroll, or you can use the scroll wheel to scroll to where your Windows accessories is. I need the word pad that is here. We look for a word pad. We want to use that one for the typing aspect so that we can. So you open your typing down. So your cursor is looking ready to accept whatever we want to type. I also need that is the Windows keyboard, which is the virtual keyboard. So that one can be located under the Windows Easy of Access. So you see we have screen keyboard. Just click on it. If your keyboard is not working, since I have a keyboard here, but I want to see what we are going to do. So we are going to learn about the keyboard, so that when you are using the keyboard, it will be easy for you to learn how to resize our window. So I can decide to resize this size of the keyboard so that you can see all these applications are having the Windows control. So that is how it goes. So anytime I open the application, you are going to see this Windows control, and that is the reason why you need to know how to operate Windows first before you go ahead with any of the advanced programs. Now the keyboard is also being grouped into 5 main parts. We have the functions keyboard, and this virtual is in the functions keyboard is not here. And your main keyboard, you see a key that is F1, F2, F3, F4 to F12. That is what we call the functions key. You have work that you do. It depends the kind of application you are running with the type of functions key that you'll be using. Especially for us, for the F1 is always for help for all applications. Any program that you want to learn about and you don't know how to go about it, you can use the F1 to guide you to follow the steps how to perform a specific task from that application. The F2, F3, they all have their functions. The rest of them have their functions that they provide depend the kind of application you are dealing with. Especially F7 when you are using Microsoft Word processing. F7 is for spelling and grammar check. F8 like this when you are working with hardware, this will use it for troubleshooting. F2 also for troubleshooting. F3 and those things you can use them for gaming. F4 combined with other key to shut the computer down. F5 Windows use for refreshing our page. F6 when you are on the internet, we use it also for reloading of your page. But when you are using different kind of applications, you can use the same keys for different tasks. So you take note of that. The F12 especially where it is used for severs. So F10 also for troubleshooting. So but it depends what kind of application you are dealing with the function that the function key is going to apply on for you. Now when you look at the down, you also have the numeral keys. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 9, 0. These are all what we call the numeral keys. And we have the alphabetical or the typing keys, which is the A, B, C, D up to Z. We use these ones for typing. So that is one of them. That is the third one. Then we also have the computer keys. And when we are talking about the computer keys are the ultimate key, Control Shift, then the Enter, and the cap lock. Those ones are the computer keys. Those ones control. The computer keys are two on there are two on the keyboard. So you see that one is here, the shift one is here, another shift is here. So we have the enter is here. And other listings, you see the enter here, but this one because it's virtual, those ones are not shown. So with the computer key, that is the shift key, control, the alternate key, then we have the enter key. These ones are the computer keys. And the Windows key is also part of the computer key. So take note of that. We also have what we call the special key. The special keys are the escape, the space bar, the backspace, home, delete, the tab key, and the cap lock. All these ones, they are all special keys. So we also have the main lock, page up, page down, home, and set screen. All those things, they are all special keys that we use. So we take note of them. I'm going to talk about some of a few of those keys here. Now we have our cap lock is on. When it's on, you see that this light, the highlight is on it. But when you are using the physical keyboard, we have some A, B, we have A and numbers at the top. The A is for the alphabet and the number is for the number that is for the numeral keys. So if any number, if that light over there is off, when you press the numbers that are this side, you will not punch. But the numbers at the top, whether that light is on or off, when you press them, you're going to get those numbers. Then when we have the A with the light on top, when the light is on, and when you press any of the alphabet, you're going to get them in what? Upper cases. So when it is on the virtual one, you see the highlight is on the cap, meaning it's already in what? Upper cases. So if you want to go down to a lower case, if you want to change to lower case, just click on it again. You can see that the cases has changed. Now, when you want to bring your cursor, this is the cursor blinking. This one is what we call the I beam. The mouse pointer, you can see that it's in the form of I. That's what we call the I beam. And this, what we call cursor, the one blinking, going up and down is what we call the cursor. So, whenever you see the cursor, meaning it's ready, waiting for your text. So, if I want to drop this cursor to the next line, I don't want it to continue typing, you just press your enter once. I say that it will come down to the next line for you. I want to come down this way, so this is how we move the cursor to the next line. Now, if you realize that you want to type, even when we are typing, we normally provide spaces within the words. So use the space bar for providing your space. You are to press the space bar once. So let's assume if he is going home, give a space. And that is how it goes about. So you take note of that. If I want to drop to the next line, just press my entire key and it goes to the down. Now we have the 1, 2, 3 here. If you want to insert any of them, you just click or press on them to insert them for you. This is how we insert the numbers as well. Now, when you are using the main keyboard, which is the physical one, you will see that there are some symbols also on top of this. All keys that have two functions on them. The symbols that are on top, anytime that you need them, you need to apply your shift before, hold your shift before you can get those symbols or tools on top of the same keys. If you do not hold the shift, you are going to get only the down one. That is the reason why I always shift. So it will shift from the down one to the top one. So let's assume I need this symbol that is here. I need to click on the shift. So as I click on the shift, you can see now it's active. If you are to be on the physical keyboard, you press the shift and hold, let your hand be on it whilst you click on what? Those numbers. So any one of them, you can say that when I hold it and press, I'm getting only the symbol. The same thing applies to the symbols that are here. You see, we have the column, semicolon, this quotation, any one that you want. So this is how the greater than less than. Make sure that you go by that principle of make sure holding the shift key before pressing those keys. Any key, the keyboard that is having two functions on it. The ones on top, we hold the shift before we can get them. But the down ones, we don't hold anything, we just press the direct, then it will pop up for us. Now, if I want to delete anything, you want the cursor to come, you can come and click where you want the cursor to be. If I want to erase anything, we use what we call the backspace. This is the backspace. So it erases from the right side to the left side. That is the work of the backspace. Now, if I want to delete something that is at the right side of the cursor, you can see that my cursor is blinking at the middle. So the things that are here, I want to delete them. Anything I want to delete that is at the right side of the cursor, you use what we call the delete key. So the delete always erases things that is at the right side of the cursor, but the backspace erases the things that are the left side. It erases from the right to the left, but for the delete key, it erases from the left to the right. So we take note of that. Those things are things that questions that are normally being asked. So now let's come to the arrow keys. I use the arrow keys anytime that I want to move the cursor to a location where I want to be. Maybe I don't want to use the mouse. I can use the cursor to move it. So I can use the arrow keys to move without using the mouse. If I prefer, I can just kind of click where I want it to be. Or maybe where it was, you can't get direct access to click on it once. That's where you use the arrow. The up arrow will take you to the top, the down one will bring you to the top. So you take note of that. Now, as we were doing the copy and paste, we were learning about how to hold the control key and you press S. We say for the X for the cut. When you hold the control and you press C for copy, you hold the control and press V for what? Pasting what you want to. Okay, so some of these special keys are used. We combine them to be able to perform some functions. When I hold the shift, if I want this function, I click on it. When I hold the Alt key and press the F4 on the keyboard, it can be used to close this application for me. But if I want the Windows key, if I rather my mouse is working and I cannot go to the start, as soon as I press the Windows key is supposed to give me what? The start menu. You can see the start menu has popped up once I click on this. So when I click on it, you take it off again. So that is the work of the Windows key. As soon as you press the Windows key, this will display the start menu for you. Then you can use the arrow. If your mouse is not working, you can use the arrow to move it to the type of application you want to open. When you get to the application, what you do is you press enter, it will also open it direct for you. Now we learn about the space bar. Now the space bar is used to move the cursor one space, to provide a space in between words. When we are talking about the tab key, for the tab key is to give about 5 times of space of the space bar. You can see when I click on it, jump to look at the distance. So you have to press the space bar 5 times before you can get the distance that the tab key is providing. So you take note and know the differences between them. If you are using the tab key, the space that is provided is about 5 times of what the space bar's on. For the space bar, you need to be hitting it before it will give it to you. But for the tab key, it will only jump once to provide those spaces for you. So we take note of that. Now we also have the home and the end. Home is where your cursor is. So the beginning within a line or when within a line of a sentence, this is the home, the beginning of it, and the end is the end of the line. So if I click on home, you can see the cursor move to the beginning, and I click on end, take me to the end. But the page up, page down, when you have more pages, that is where it functions or it works. So when you have about 2-3 pages and want to see how it works, just press the page up, page down. If your cursor is at the down, it will move to the top, that is what the page up. If it's at the top and press the page down, it will move to the down for you. So that is how you go about all those things. So if I want my hold the shift, I want my greater than, that is the less than and the greater than sign. This is how I need to go about. But if I only need a comma, I don't need to hold anything. A full stop, I don't need to hold anything. So all the keys, 2 functions on them, take note of that. The top ones, we hold the shift before we can get them. You can see this one is having the curly bracket and the square bracket. So if I want the curly bracket at the top, I need to hold the shift before pressing it. Without holding the shift, it will give me the down one. So we take note of that. So this is how we go about using the keyboard. All what you need to do is to take your time, go through the functions of the keyboard and see how they work, and you are good to go. All that you need to do is to practice. When you practice, you will get it and you'll be perfect. Now, I want us to talk about how to use the calculator. I don't want to save this. We shall be learning how to create a correct document in Word and also to save them. So I can close this one now, and I'll minimize or I'll close it. If I want to use the calculator, you can click set this thing and type on calculator. Another way also is also on that, and just press enter. So we have different type of calculators. Let me resize so that it will be small. It's like the normal calculators that we use, but the only thing is that we have different types that are these two. So we have the standard one. The standard one is simple as the one that we use in the market. So if I need 7 plus, there is a plus, you can click on it, 3, then you press the equal sign to give you the answer as 10. So 5 times 3 to give you 15. So this is how we use it. This is the standard one. So if you want to do something that is advanced calculation, you can go to the menu again and select scientific calculator. So here we have a lot of them. What you want to do, you just go there and select. They are like the way we use calculators for calculation is the same procedure. So you take note of that. So if you want to do anything, want to do any calculation on your computer and you don't have any calculator around, just go to this procedure. You can type it calculator here. When it's pop up, just press enter. Then you are good to go. It will open for you. So now I want us to learn something on how to open or to set our date and time. Use our date and time. We have 2 ways of doing that. Either coming to the date of time, the date and time here, or you go to control panel to do that. In Windows 10 and above, going to the control panel is another complicated way. If you don't take or know how the procedures of doing, you find it difficult. So I'll take you through the simple way first. You right click on it. When you right click, you have what we call taskbar settings is there. We log the taskbar, task management, show. So what we need is what date and time. That's adjusting of what date and time. So you click on it. You look at your date and time. Need the date and time. So under the date and time, these are all things that is underneath the date and time. We also have our region and the languages. So we want to maintain this. we have the current date and time. To set time automatically, that is, it's going to be and it's going to use the internet aspect to look for your time for you, the time frame. So if you're on the internet, you're going to get the accurate time that you need. If you don't want it that way to be automatic, you can just put it off. Then you set your own date and time. So if I want to go by this, I'll just come to the off on this one. Take this one off. I want to do it myself, so I want to do it manual. I want to change. Then if you want to change the month, if it's June, we go there. If 7, today is 7 or 8, you just take. Then the year, you just scroll. What's the year that you want? Then the time. You can change the time. Then the AM, if it's supposed to be PM, take this PM. Then you click on change. So this is how, when you click on change, you see that it will take effect at the down for you. I don't want to change it for now, so I'll only click on the cancel. And we have the time zone. We are using the same time with Lisbon, London, that's Dublin. We are in the same Greenwich meridian. So always when you are setting your time, you put it under this Lisbon, London. So when I click, you see we have a lot of them, but this is the one that you need to select. So it will give you the exactly time that you are to work with. Otherwise, sometimes you see California. Once you are here, it will be giving California time, and either you will be delaying or you'll be ahead of the others. So sometimes on your this you can set your time correct, but your time will be running ahead because you did not choose the right time zone. So you have to take note of all these things to know how to set your date and time. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the desktop background. But I'm having some little challenge with desktop, so to change the background is going to be difficult for me to change, but I'm going to take you through the steps of doing that. You can right click on it. We have desktop settings and personalize. So when I come to where the personalize is, this place, like my system is supposed to give me different type of desktop background, but I'm having issue with my Windows activation. So unless I work on that before I can get access to those things to change them, I'll work on it and maybe I'll do a different video on that for you to see what I'm talking about. So when you come there, you have this one is only giving me the colors to change. So if I want to change the color, I can see the color has just taken effect. It's supposed to give me a custom backgrounds like landmarks and all those things that when I click on it, it will just change to those architectures or landmarks. So what you can do, just come to your background, then it will display here the one that you want. Just click on it to change it for you. That is how we go by changing about Windows desktop background. The same thing applies to the screensaver. They are all at the same location. If you want to go by the control panel, as I said, that is one of the panel. So you can see it will take you to another complicated distance. So what you have to do is you look for date and time. You can see our date and time is here. So if I want to change the date and time, I come to this place. I can change this one to smaller icons so that you can see what you are looking for. It will be easy for you. Most of the lower versions, that is how their settings are. So what I need is what? A date and time. So date and time. Yes. So this is how the lower versions of these things are. Let me just click here. You change your month when you click on it to give you the month. You can change the month every June. So we click on it again to give you the years, the range. where you want to be 2025, then the month you say July, then if the date is supposed to be 17, just click on 17. So this is going to be July 17, 2025. Then the time you want to change the time, just come and click here. We have the up arrows and the down arrow for changing. Click here. If it's AM, PM, you use this to change it. And when you are done, you click on OK, and it will also take effect. So I don't want to change it now. So what I do is I'll just leave it this way. And when you are actually done, if you want to change the time zone, that's where you come to this place and change it to Dublin, Lisbon, London. So take note of that. That is the time zone that we are on. We are on the Greenwich meridian. So take note of that. Now, the display, which is the desktop background and the desktop background and screensavers. That is what we call it for the display. If you anytime you want to change the background color, the screensaver, you look for the display property. That's what we normally use to change the background and the screensaver of our system. So here we look for display. We have system here, display. So quickly, date and time. So I think it will be under system and system. Okay, so under system we have it here. So that's where you go to where you want it to change the display settings. So it's supposed to give us the background and all those things, but because of my activation distance, so I'll leave that one and I'll work on different video so that you see how that one also works. Now the final one is you changing your desktop. We changing the desktop and the screensavers. We want to change our Windows account. If maybe you have an issue with your Windows, you want to change the account, what you have to do is you come to user account. User account. What do I want to do? This is the name of my account. Change to make changes to my account in the PC settings. When I come to this place, to take me to that place, what do I want to do? Do I want to change the name? If I want to change the name, then yes, I have to go by the rules and to change it. What do I want to apply password and all those things too. Because we have different format of password, the fingerprint, using the pattern key, security key, picture password, a lot of security features, the face, the facial or voice, all those things are here. So it will depend the kind of password you want to set for. But if you just want to change the profile picture, so change your account name. When I click here, the old name is here. So if I want to change to the new name, I will just type the new name and click on change. So I don't want to go by that one also. If I want to change the account type from administrator to maybe guest, I come to this side. I'm managing another account. So let me come to change. We have standard and administrator. Since I'm the administrator, I want to go by that. But if you are not the administrator, more than the administrator operates and put the guest at standard, which you will not get much authority on some things. So what you have to do, the administrator always have the privilege to change the settings and do that kind of thing to affect the system. Managing another account, that is where maybe you realize that you don't want anybody to be using the administrator account with you. So what you do is you create additional guests for the pieces where you create additional guests where anybody can use. Any guest that come around can use that your application or this account that you create. So anybody can be in this type of account. So always you need to create a guest account for those strangers or anybody who want to use your PC. You don't just allow the person to get access to your administrative account, because that place you can do anything to harm your system. Then changing user account control settings. So that one also, when you come here, we have always, then never notify. So anytime I want to do any changes, there are some notifications and things that you go through. So this one, when you're doing hardware and listening, go deep into it. But what you have to do is actually know how to change the name and also maybe the password of your system. So I will end the video here at a time, and I'll quit this. I will do another video into detail so that I will display the main functions and how to change this password